trade trade update. As you can see, guys, this is still we are still on the NZD card, the NZD card trade, and yeah, we have seen some pullback. I don't know if this pullback is long lasting or we might see the charts doing nonsense once again. But as for now, okay, one of the things I like to tell myself, or one of the things I like to remind myself. Okay, once you see huge drawdown on your trading account, like at one point, this was $270 in drawdown, and that actually gets in your head. You will find yourself debating the fact that the market gave you back your money or such, shenanigans. And sometimes you might cut short a trade that was capable to make much more money just because you saw a bigger drawdown than the one you're seeing right now. The fact that we were down $270, you can watch the previous video, and now that we are down just $50, at one point it was about down just $20. And this is why Forex is kind of hard to many people, because it's a mind game and it's a game against yourself. You do know and realize the fact that this trade has still the potential to go back up again and add more drawdown to you. And you realize that if you were to close this trade right here and actually enter again once we get back up here, you might actually make more money. But you also realize that this entry right here and the fact that we are below it could be the last point you'll see the market back up here. So it's usually a battle against yourself, your ideologies, and basically what you really want to see or what you really don't want to see. That's why you have to have set rules ahead of time which govern you how you're supposed to manage the trade. I won't lie, I have so much, you know, will and instinct in me telling me that if I were to close this trade right now at a smaller drawdown, maybe $50, I could end up saving that the rest of the amount. But that usually occurs if you're not willing to lose this amount. This $360 could be the reason why you want to close that trade. But my set rules have been set like this. If the market goes up, we get out on a loss. And it actually has that potential to go back up. And if it does go down and we get to close this level right there, if we pull back again to that level again, that is the only time we could and only add to our position. So it's contradicting, but you need to keep reminding yourself that you have no control over the market, and whatever you see right here is not even real. Money is actually an illusion. The fact that in one point you may have that $360 and the next you have like only $100, it's basically an illusion. So you guys out there working for this money, know that out here money is an illusion. People are printing money in the bank. Whatever notes or papers you're working for, whenever there is a crisis, those guys print that shit. Sorry for cussing. They do print that money. So this is just one example of, man, money is an illusion. So what are my plans on how to manage this particular trade now that it kind of shows that we might continue to sell? I actually will do nothing about it. As much as I would like to close this trade, especially this upper trade right here, I would love to close it and re-enter it once we come back up here. I'm not gonna do that. You have to accept the fact that this trade can actually come back here up again and actually remove you on a loss. And it's an odd, or it's a fact that I accept and acknowledge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow the rules that I had set earlier. The fact that if this trade sells below this area and actually retest this area, I will add more to my position. And that's the only rule I know and I will follow. So, in short, trade update. We are currently on a drawdown of $47. We have seen the market kind of pull back. I don't know if it's a pullback from the current very strong uptrend. As you can see, let's go on the H4. You can clearly see we are on a very strong uptrend over the last 2 days, and I don't know if this is going to continue. If we are to go on the weekly chart still says we might continue to sell, and that's why I'm holding the trade, because basically the trade has not violated any of my rules in terms of the general direction that I'm willing to hold the trade on. So what we're going to do is set and forget and come back later and see what happens. So yeah, drawdown of $51 and we shall see what happens. So guys, don't forget, like, subscribe, and share this video if you want to see more of this analysis and such challenges. You get to learn hand in hand with my experiences and my decisions in the market. So see you on the next one, and don't forget, have a merry Christmas. So again, set and what? Set and forget. So see you on the next one, guys.